Hey guys, so as you can see, I'm actually in the plane, and I thought it was going to be super exciting if I was going to do a reading vlog. I'm currently reading House of Shadow by Darky Coates. I decided to read this one because I feel like I really wanted to dive into her writing. She's like a horror author. She writes a lot of horrors, and it's like a duology. I have House of Shadows, and then I have House of Secrets, I believe. And yeah, so my flight right now is 5 hours, but in full, it was a 9 hour flight. I slept for like 2 hours. I ate a little bit, and then I just started reading. I'm currently on chapter 29, and I'm actually invested so far. I felt like it was a bit too fast paced. I don't want to like spoil it by saying too much, but there's something that happened, and I felt like it was rushed. But as I'm reading, I'm totally okay with it. So basically, this book, let me read the back for you guys. She'll never escape its shadow. So yeah, so I think it's definitely not like a romance or a dark romance. It's more in the horror gothic, because it's giving very much like gothic. Even the houses and the vibe, everything is very much, yeah, gothic. So Sophie's world is shattered when disaster bankrupts her family. She's still reeling when she's offered an unexpected solution. Mr. Argenton, a wealthy stranger, has asked for her hand in marriage. Marrying Mr. Argenton will save her family, but it condemns Sophie to a life in Northwood, a vast and unnaturally dark mansion situated hours from civilization. Still, she has no choice but to accept the offer and hope the darkness won't swallow her whole. It's a struggle to adjust her new position as mistress over the desolate house. So basically, it's about the FMC. Her name is Sophie, and her father, he's into like some cargo shipment. They are very wealthy though, like she's from a wealthy family, but something happens to her father, and her father basically loses like half of his fortune, so they have to like downsize, they have to like sell their home. And she has like two younger siblings, and he's basically telling her like, look, like, well, I'm not going to be able to like pay their school fees and everything. And this man, who is one of her father's investor, gives them a proposition by saying that he wants to marry Sophie. The father is not like he's not opposed to it, but he's also not like forcing Sophie to accept the proposition or like the solution. He's basically just saying like, whatever it is that you decide, I'm going to like fully support you, I'm always going to love you. But obviously Sophie, she's saying that, okay, she's like the oldest sister, like there's no way she's gonna pass this opportunity for her siblings to be totally fine. Oh yeah, and basically the man offers all the money back to the father. Like I said, there's like a deal that went bad, right? So he lost most of his fortune, which was like millions of dollars, and he basically said that if I'm able to marry your daughter, I'm actually going to give you back the whole fortune back to you. So yeah, and I'm at the part where they just got married, and they're actually on the way to the mansion. So the place that she's moving to is called Northwood, and where he lives, it's like a very dark mansion, as they mentioned, and there's like no civilization, like it's so far from town, like literally in the middle of nowhere. And she starts like already being like kind of like sus about him, because when they enter the house, he does like something really weird, like he like breathes in and then he closes his eyes, and then like she's wondering like, okay, is he sick, like why did he act like that? So that's the first red flag. But yeah, so far I'm really liking it. This is my first reading vlog, so I'm quite excited, and it's quite fast paced, sorry. And see, the writing is not small at all, and like it's double spaced as well. So yeah, I have 5 hours left, so I don't know if I'm gonna sleep, but right now I'm still reading. I'm on chapter 5, so yeah, let's keep reading. I'll give you guys an update. I was like just so tired. I took my shower and I washed my face. And yeah, I actually did do a lot of reading on the flight, but I did not finish the book yet. I have like 4 chapters left. I'm on chapter 32. And honestly, like so far, I really don't want it to be like a spoiler type of like reading vlog or like me giving like a review with spoilers. Um, but honestly, it's really giving spooky, creepy, very gothic. I'm honestly like really enjoying her writing because it's very like atmospheric. Like the way she described like the whole paranormal. It's even like the haunted part. Like the way she describes like even the ghosts and everything. She's really really good with that, honestly, and I'm so excited to like dive into her other books as well. Like I said, this is a duology, so I will be reading the second book. Is called House of Secrets. I did bring it with me on this trip, so I do plan on starting it as soon as I'm done with this. I'll definitely finish it tomorrow morning as I have an early flight tomorrow. And yeah, I'm sure I can just finish this on that flight. Right now I'm gonna sleep. I don't think I'm gonna do any reading because I'm just so tired. But yeah, I'm definitely going to give you guys another update once I'm done with it with my rating as well. But definitely if you are looking for something spooky, a haunted house, yeah. It's honestly I'm just loving the fact that it's very atmospheric. I love any type of like gothic spooky atmospheric book, and she does it very well. Honestly, she's done very well, and she's set the standards very high for me for her books. I do have another book of hers apart from the second book. I have, it's called Hunted, and I believe it's like a haunted forest. It is on my TBR on my shelf. So yeah. But yeah, I'm not gonna talk too much. But yeah, so far that is what is going on, and I will give you guys another reading update. So today is a completely different day. Like I said last night that I was trying to sleep early because I had an early flight this morning which got canceled. It was such a hectic morning because I was so frustrated and stressed because I'm like, "Oh my gosh, okay, another day here." But anyway, God knows best. And yeah, so my flight got delayed, canceled, sorry, and it will be tomorrow. So let's do a reading update of House of Shadows because I was so frustrated and I was just so stressed. I didn't really film me reading this morning. I did read for like an hour or so and I was able to finish it. So I'm going to review it without too many spoilers. I was trying to really do like a reading vlog of me spoiling the book, but honestly I enjoyed it very very much, so I feel like I want to give a review non spoiler so that you guys can also like enjoy it if you're thinking of like going into this book. And also, the way people are pronouncing this name is completely different to how I'm saying her name. So her name is Darcy Coates or Darcy Coates. I'm sorry, yeah, but I know it's Darcy. I kept saying Darky, so it's Darcy. And then yeah, so I did already say what the book was about, and honestly, I did also say that it was a duology, and the way it does end, it doesn't end on a cliffhanger, but the epilogue does. The epilogue, yeah, it actually does and on the cliffhanger, and it really did get me like, oh my gosh, like what do you mean? So I will be starting the second book today, which is House of Secrets. I'm so excited because I didn't really expect it to enjoy it this much. I did rate it a 4, but I feel like I could rate it like a 4.5. The only reason why I didn't rate it like a 5, I just feel like I'm so strict when it comes to like 5-star ratings. Like a 5-star needs to be like perfection for me, and it wasn't perfect, but I really 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 enjoyed myself. It was definitely a ride, and I do consider it as a thriller as well. So let us add this into all the genres that this is giving, like all the vibes. the atmospheric vibe that it was giving. It was giving gothic, it was giving dark, it was giving paranormal. And it is a historical fiction, actually, yes, because I don't know what I don't know when it was really held because it doesn't really say, but I know it is a historical fiction based on how like there's no technology and like they're not like advanced in technology. They still like riding with horses, carriages, and they do all these balls and they have no phones and stuff. So it is definitely a historical fiction, and I really enjoyed it like so much. So we did follow our FMC, which is Sophie, and she was not forced to marry, but yeah, she gets like married to this man because of her father's like financial situation and everything. And honestly, from the beginning, I was suspecting her husband. I knew he was hiding some secrets. And not me saying that I'm going to like make it like a non spoiler, but I can't really get into it without spoiling it. So let me not just, yeah, let me just stop talking and just say that it did give me everything that I wanted. And I'm definitely going to be reading more of her books. I think my next book by her will be Hunted because it is on my TBR. And instead of me buying like another book and starting another book by her, I'd rather just like cross that off my TBR. So yes, do I recommend? Absolutely. It really wasn't like it wasn't scary for me at all. So I don't really consider it as like a horror scary, but there are like ghosts and like spirits and stuff like that. And also at the end, it was very thrilling. And it is like there also is some like romance because Sophie and her husband, honestly, the way they start falling in love with each other. And I mean, there's no spice whatsoever, but there is like some love story to it. So there is like romance. And yeah, I loved everything. I don't have anything like bad to say about it. So, yeah, I'm going to start the second book today, and I'm guessing I will do also the like a reading vlog of when like I read this as well. But anyway, let's get back to me being stuck here for a whole other day. It's currently like 10:13 a.m. right now, and my flight is only tomorrow in the afternoon. So I'm like, okay, I'm not just gonna sit here and not do anything. I might as well go and visit the Indigo here. There's actually one that's not too far from here. It's like 30 minutes. So I will be going there around like 1 p.m. and I'm so excited. So it will be like a book what do you call it, like a bookstore vlog. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do a bookstore vlog, and then we'll see also if I try to get like certain things. I don't plan on getting like anything in particular, but I do want like a festive book because I want to add that to my reading list for 2020-24. I've never read like a Christmas or a festive kind of book, so this will definitely be a first. I'm not going for festive romance, but I'm trying to see if I could get like a festive horror or maybe a festive thriller that will try to get me like into it and I could finish quick. So like a fast paced. And yeah, so something also like short, not too long, something very fast paced and something that I could finish like in one sitting, basically. Yeah. So this will be definitely added to my reads for 2024. And then I want to add another book, the book that I just said, the festive one. So maybe if I see like a festive one that I really like, I would buy it today. And any other book maybe that I think I could get. And also because I'm here and I can say, oh, like I'm buying it here. So, and they say it's really big as well. So I'm so excited for that. So I will be taking you guys along and then I will do a haul of what I get if I do get anything. So yeah, later. got back from the bookstore, and let me tell you, this bookstore was everything and more. Like, it was actually huge. The only thing I didn't like was that it was fully packed. Like, I literally spent like what 15 minutes in the line, and it was just too crowded. I was not able to like really film as much as I wanted to because there were so many people everywhere, and by the time I took my camera out to even film, people wanted to like see the book of like where I'm filming. Anyway, it was just really chaotic, but it was really nice. I did capture some moments, obviously, as you guys saw before, because me speaking now would have mean that you saw the video that I posted of the bookstore. Anyway, let me stop talking. I do have a book haul. Mind you, I did say that I might buy some books, and it was so hard for me to not buy as many because I don't even have space. That's one. And then two, I shouldn't be adding more books to my TBR because I know for a fact that I will be getting books for Christmas as gifts. So yeah, I entered this bookstore with saying that I would not buy more than 2 books, and I did well because I bought 3 only. And let's get right into the books that I bought. So I'm super excited about these. So the first one that I got is called Born in a House of Glass by Chinenye Imezi. This is what it looks like. It's a gorgeous cover. I love the colors. And yeah, I don't know what this is about, but I read the back. I know it's like set in Nigeria, I saw, and I don't know, I really just loved it. Like, I love the color, and I read the back, and I was like, this might be a book that I might be like, I'm really interested in. And in 2025, I'm really trying to like make it my goal to at least read like 2 African literature, and I feel like this would count as one. And yeah, based on like the synopsis and everything, I don't want to read like the back and all, just I don't want to make it too lengthy, but it's Born in a House of Glass, and maybe you can look it up and try to see what it's about. Then the second book I got is called Lotus by Jennifer Hartman. Honestly, I've loved Jennifer Hartman's writing so far because one of my favorite books of all times is called Still Beating, and she wrote it, yeah, obviously. And that book was, I love that book so much, but it was really like it triggered me in like a lot of ways. It was not easy for me to even finish that book, and that's the reason why I loved it so much, because I feel like it was one of those type of books that like really triggered me. And it's hard for any books to really trigger me in a sense where it's like, oh my gosh, like I'm feeling like so uncomfortable reading it, but it's like, wow, like how can how can words make me feel that way? Do you get what I mean? So I love her writing style. I do have June 1st by her. I haven't read it yet, but I do plan on reading that next year. And yeah, so that's the second book. And then I got this stunning special edition. It's called The Courting of Bristol Hearts by Mary E. Pearson. This is like a gothic fantasy romantasy. Yeah, that's what it's. And then these are the edges. And yeah, I don't know what it's about, but I had added it to my Goodreads list because I felt like it was up my alley in terms of like fantasy that I'm trying to like dive into. Yeah, and I saw the special edition, and I really loved the cover. And the reason why I got it here was because I felt like I wasn't going to find this one like in the town that I'm going at. So that's the reason why I bought it, because I do plan on reading a festive book, like a festive mystery or a festive horror. I don't want to read like a romance, like a fluffy romance or like a festive romance, because I know I'm gonna dislike those like crazy. So my camera stopped rolling for some reason, but yeah, I'm in bed now and I'm going to do a bit of reading. I'm reading the second book, yeah, The House of Secrets, and I'm probably just going to read like 2 chapters. I'm feeling sleepy a little bit, but I think I can still read for a few minutes, so I'm going to read for a few minutes and then I'm gonna go to sleep, and then I'll do like an hour reading tomorrow when I wake up, because I do plan on waking up early and I could read for like an hour or 2, and then I'll also read on my flight again. But yeah, so far it is good. I wasn't expecting it to be like this like thrilling, because the way the story ended in the first book, I just felt like, okay, like what else could happen? Again, I don't want to spoil it, so yeah, but like so far I am invested still. And yeah, honestly, I'm gonna keep saying this, like Darcy's writing, I'm getting into it, and I just can't wait to read some of her new books, and I just hope they don't disappoint, because this definitely is not disappointing. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow and give you guys an update on this book. Hey guys, I just woke up. I'm actually going to get some coffee downstairs because the machine in my room is just not working, so I'm gonna go and get coffee, and I will do a bit of reading. So last night I literally KO'd, like I knocked out. I didn't even read like a page. I slept right through the middle page. I'm currently like on chapter 4, so I will be reading that. After my coffee I'll just come back, yeah, and I'm gonna do some reading, and then I'll get ready so I could go to the airport. My flight is in a few hours, and at the airport I'll just have breakfast there too. I'm trying to get Starbucks because I haven't had Starbucks since I'm here. As you guys know, I live in Ghana. There's no such thing, and I am a Starbucks fan, so I need my Starbucks dose if I'm here. Like, I need as much possible. And yeah, so after I'm done reading, I'll just get ready, go to the airport, and then at the airport I'm sure I'm gonna do more reading on my flight too. I will try to vlog as much as possible, but please don't hold me accountable if I don't. So yeah, see you guys. And I know, hold on, I know that this video is probably just so chaotic, but I'm just really trying to like film as much as possible and like let you guys know like what it is that I'm currently doing, so that the videos that I input make sense and you guys know like, okay, this was in the morning, this was in the evening, or like you guys know like what I'm currently doing. Anyway, yeah, so let me go and get my coffee. See you guys later.